Saturday. This is casual Saturday. You see, no sport coat today. Okay? And folks, I'm a little bit chilly here. I gotta tell you something. We got overcast, but the sun's supposed to come out, but it's only about 55 degrees. But for the rest of the country, they're having this major snowstorm. And don't happen that often, but they're saying over 200 million people it's going to affect. Folks, that's 200 million people. That's more than half our country. So that's a lot. Folks, you all know I'm Spado, the accidental gangster. And, you know, people keep asking me to do gangster stories. You want to hear about gangster stories? You want to hear more about Diddy? Folks, Diddy was going to be getting out of prison by the end of this year, all right, according to all the different programs available. There's nothing, all right? Nancy lying. Thank you, Nancy. No, I don't have a girlfriend yet, okay? It's nothing like that there. We got to see how it goes. I met somebody, and maybe I should not have been so premature announcing that, hey, I'm just happy I met somebody, okay? But, folks, let's get some people here, okay? But before I do, as far as gangster stories, you want to hear about them. All you have to do is go right here on YouTube, Google my name. I have done over 300 interviews solely about gangsters. There's Kathy Ann, Agent Orange. Got my good people coming back here. You know, folks, I want to talk about education. You know, we all grew up at different times and so forth. And a lot of you might have gone to college. If you went to college, because a lot of people cannot afford college. And if you went to college, more than likely, you have a big college debt, maybe $100,000 or more, okay? Hi, Pamela. Hi, Billy. Huh? Thank you. I'm hoping to get some young people here today, like Gen Z, okay? Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they got names for everything depending when you were born, okay? But, you know, it's the Gen Alpha born 2013 to 2025. They're the ones that are being confronted whether to go to college. They don't know what they want to do. And, you know, we live in a country today, a lot of kids are being homeschooled and not going to school, okay? And you know what? I can respect that, huh? And you know the reason why our education system has changed so much since when people like myself have gone to school. Our main focus when we went to school, we were taught reading, writing, and arithmetic, all right? You're Pamela, you know something? Absolutely correct. You know, California used to be number one in education when I first came here. And you know, when somebody graduated high school, community colleges were free for them. But now they have to pay. And you know where we are now as far as education? All right, let me give you some states. I didn't print out all the states here. All right. New Jersey is #1 in education, number 19 best states overall. Florida, #2. Colorado, #3. Montana, 22. Vermont, #23. California, best states overall, 37. New York, #17. Kansas, #18. Connecticut, #10. Minnesota, #11. North Carolina, #12. Okay? Now they got the listing for all 50 states, and I'm not going to go through all 50 states here, folks. Folks, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. And please, don't be afraid to hit the like button and leave a comment, okay? So, let's get down to it, folks. You see, I do a lot of research. Now, I want you to know, I'm building my channel, and it's building slowly. Very slowly, actually. Here it is Saturday, and only 13 people are here. All right? But I come to you anyways, okay? Why do I do that? I didn't build my channel around Diddy. No, I built my channel because I want to come to you with information that's valuable to you, could help you, all right? Maybe I come up with things that, you know, you didn't know before, all right? Thank you, Debbie, saying I look nice. Everybody got their coffee? Who do we have here that's in a snowstorm? Anybody here getting ready for the snowstorm? All right. Yesterday I did a show, and I want to give you an update on it, okay? I did a show about Greenland, and I can't understand why Trump is saying he wants to put military bases there when we already had that privilege according to the Treaty of 1951. Then he talks about the Golden Goal, and he wants to do, all right, protect about missiles from Russia and other countries, all right? So, did a little research. Yes, the United States operates a military base in Greenland known as PITUFFIK Space Base, formerly the Thule, THULE Air Base, located in the northwestern part of the island. It is the U.S. military northmost installation and serves as a critical strategic hub for missile defense, space surveillance, and Arctic research. Purpose: the base provides early warning detection of missiles and monitors activity for North American Aerospace Defense Command. That's what Trump is saying that he wants when he's already got it. So obviously there's another reason why he wants it. Okay? Let's talk about homeschooling. Homeschooling is a parent-directed, flexible educational approach where children learn outside of traditional institutional schools, typically at home. Parents or tutors manage the curriculum, schedule, and teaching, allowing for personalized, self-paced learning that can blend academics with real-world experience like field trips, co-ops, or online classes. Yeah, folks, when I went to school, there was no homeschooling, okay? But with what the schools and the colleges are teaching nowadays, all right? They're getting too much involved in politics, woke, and all this, okay? Things that they should not be teaching. You don't know this, but maybe there's a lot of people, a lot of young people that can't read or write. You know, when I went to school, I went to public school. When I was 17 years old, getting close to 18, I wanted to go to a school in Utica, New York, Notre Dame. And the reason why I wanted to go there, it was primarily an all-boys school, and they had ROTC training. My parents could not afford it. They told me they couldn't afford it. You know, everything that happened in our home in those days, you did around the kitchen table, okay? And we were all there. I was very hurt, but my family could not afford it. I ended up joining the Army, and thank you, all right? I served this country proudly, all right? Yes, Sir Tristan, I believe in God, okay? I served this country proudly, honorably, respectfully. And when I got out, thank the Lord, I had the GI Bill, so I was able to take college courses that I was interested in. And the courses I took were business courses, economic, and things like that there, okay? I didn't like the, the agenda that they had for school. You gotta take this course, take that course, take stuff that I wasn't interested in, okay? Okay? I think we should be allowed to take courses that we're interested in, okay? So, okay, I did this. One thing about home education, legal requirement. In the United States, parents must follow state laws, which often require filing an affidavit or notifying the school district. The government gets involved in everything. You should have the privilege and the freedom to determine your children's future, along with your child, of course. Okay? Right? But anyways, that's what it is. Okay? Our government is screwing up education. Our teachers no longer are teaching the things. All right? Homeschooling is growing and has become a mainstream, fast-growing educational choice. with numbers remaining significantly higher post-pandemic. That pandemic did a lot to our country, folks, and it was not good, okay? It surged during the COVID, all right, and recent data shows its continual growth and higher participation across diverse demographics. Some states are reaching their highest enrollment numbers ever. Growth isn't limited by region or politics. Partition is increasing in Black, Hispanic, and other communities. That's something I didn't know. Okay. Nah, Fred, Trump's not going to invade. All right. I read you something. I don't know what he's seeking over there. Okay. What he said he's seeking, we already have. According to the treaty of 1951, we already have a base there. All right. Looking for missiles and all right to defend ourselves. Ah, boy. Families value the ability to tailor education to their child's needs and pace. Every child has a different degree of learning. Some are faster than others. Now, when I tell you that we're all different, let me use my family, all right, as an example of things. I have 3 children. My daughter is the oldest. My daughter, first of all, my first wife was a school teacher. So she pounded education into my children, our children. Great woman, all right? To this day, still a great woman. She and I get along great. My daughter went to college, became a school teacher like her mother, and she taught for, 10 or 11 years. But now she is the director of the Abraham House, which is a hospice where you go, the last place on earth, where you go, okay, to random user wants me to talk about gangster shit, okay? Random, you just came in here, okay? If you Google my name on YouTube, I have done over 300 interviews, all gangster related. So you should go there and learn. Now, I will give you some gangster stories here occasionally, okay? I was not an informant, so I can't talk about a lot of things like those informants that you probably watch can say, because they got a pass by the government, okay? I'm here to try help make this world a better place. And with only 37 people here today on a Saturday, how well am I doing? You know, I got 85,000 followers on TikTok. My time is valuable. I feel I should be paid for my time because everything I've done in my life, all right, I've been paid for. And like you do something, you should be paid for it. So I'm not being paid on TikTok. I'm thinking of leaving and maybe doing more shows every day right here on YouTube. Okay? Hi, Sarah. Thank you, Bossum. You agree? All right? I don't know. TikTok has changed since the new ownership, okay? A lot of other people are complaining over there. I don't know if any of you are on TikTok or not, but a lot of people are leaving. All right, that's for sure. Uh, and what are you going to do for fun this weekend, folks? Anything? Anybody got anything in mind? You're right, Ben Ben. All right? Hi, Jackson. How you doing? All right? Oh, boy. Yeah, their attention span is about 2 seconds over there on TikTok. And they want to see you know who gets the most views? Pretty girls. But that's across everything. All right? Pretty girls. Because every guy in the world thinks they're going to pick that girl up or something. I don't know what it is. Hi, Hubert. Thank you. Texas or Buzz. Watching UFC tonight. All right, Texas. I see you're getting ready for a bad storm in Texas. All right. It's crazy. So, all right, folks. I got more stuff here I want to tell you. Gen Z is flocking to trade schools for careers like HVAC technician, electrician, plumber, welder, automotive repair, contracting. All right? Folks, you don't have to send your kid to college. And we got any young people? You can go to trade school. Trade schools have been around for a long time, but they're growing more in popularity. All right? Everybody's afraid of AI taking away a lot of jobs, and everybody thinks they're not going to be wanted. Okay? All right? Yes, I'm a war veteran. Thank you. But that's not the case. All right? And let's get more into trade schools. All right? With programs at schools like Georgia Piedmont Technical College, Lake Area Technical Institute, and Ivy Tech seeing interest alongside strong growth in construction and mechanical trades. Havoc and refrigeration. You make big money there. High demand, AI proof. Electrical and plumbing. Very essential. Yes. AI proof. AI can't do that work. Electrical essential service with strong job security. Welding offers a good day pay and opportunities with apprenticeships popular. Automotive tech, continued need for skilled mechanics. You all drive a car, you need a mechanic. Construction trades. They still need people to build houses, buildings, and everything else. Bridges, okay? Healthcare support, dental assisting medication. Why Gen Z is choosing trades? Job security. Trades are seen as less vulnerable to AI automation. So don't worry about AI, folks. Folks, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and leave a comment, okay? Because I am probably the only guy on YouTube that I answer every comment that you folks give me, okay? Lower debt avoids massive student loans or traditional college. Gen Z is choosing trades, job security, lower debt, faster entry to the workforce, hands-on work. Not everybody wants a desk job. Social media influence. Well, I don't know about social media. Some people making a lot of money, okay? I know one person is making $1,000 because people they hit that thanks button, they put in his PayPal, his Cash App. I notice these things, folks. Okay, some people make some serious money, but the majority of people are not making big money, okay? They're making money, they're satisfied with it, they're happy. Everybody has different criteria in which they're happy for, okay? We got Boston Bill here. Trade schools and vocational programs for young people, often starting around age 16, still very much available, providing hands-on training for career and skilled trades, like everything that I mentioned to you. Okay? Now, why are all those trade schools very important? Because it gives these young people the opportunity to become entrepreneurs. But there's something, no matter what they do, they need to know. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. And speaking of reading, folks, you all know that I'm the author of The Accidental Gangster, From Insurance Salesman to Hollywood Fixer. All right, it's available Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Some of you want an autographed copy, you gotta go to my website to purchase it, okay? I read every single day. I read newspapers, I read magazines, and I read books, okay? Folks, learning is something that you just don't quit when you leave school. Learning is something that we should be doing every day of our lives, okay? So don't think it's something that, all right? And I learn from young people, all right? Oh, California, yeah, Pamela, I just told you, I remember being number one on the list, okay? And now we're number 37, going towards the bottom, okay? So let's talk about people going in the automotive business. Now, you can go in the sales business. All right. You can make a lot of money in sales, folks. You can make more money in sales, and there are a lot of sales jobs out there available. You can sell cars, you can sell insurance, okay? You can sell real estate, all right? But no matter what you do, you need to work hard, all right? John Public, you're reading. God bless you. Thank you. Okay? No, it's not dependent on what you're selling. It's depending how hard you're working. I have a saying, the harder I work, the luckier I get. Okay? But the key to selling, I was good at selling. I loved it. Okay? I knocked on doors. Door after door after door. I went up and down every street, knocked on doors, looking for appointments. Then the appointments, you turned those into sales. Automobile, selling cars. I know salesmen that make $1 million a year or more selling cars. Okay? You know why? They're on the telephone calling. All right? It's called dialing for dollars. Don't be lazy, folks. Okay? I'm 81 years old. I guarantee you I probably got more energy than most kids 20 years old. I guarantee that. I move around, I'm mobile, all right, and I keep my mind sharp, all right? I keep going every day. And I will do that until the day that the good Lord takes me to another place. So, you don't have to go to college, folks. All right? Duarte was blind. Wyatt Earp, I'm sorry about your stroke, okay? But keep learning. Don't give up. All right, folks? A lot of people give up. And those are the people who will not succeed. You have to keep going every single day. Because it's the only thing that keeps us strong. Keep the mind focused. Stay positive. We got so many problems. All right? You're right, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, that's a very good comment, okay? God bless you, my friend, okay? All right? Moment, baby. Well, Edwin, I don't know. But that was a very good comment. I appreciate that there. Somebody asked if I'm Italian. I'm 100% Italian. You know, a lot of people are moving back to the old country, okay? All right, Edwin's been timed out. All right? But he was leaving comments, folks. Maybe that helps me, okay? Comments, likes, they help people like me, content creators, okay? And you know, I just cannot get over people want something, they leave a comment that they loved it, but they don't hit that like button, okay? I don't know why. We have trying to read these comments over here. Well, folks, keep leaving the comments, good, bad, or indifferent. They don't bother me. Trust me, folks. All right? I stay positive, and I keep trying and striving to give you good information. Because you turn on your television and you go to any news station, you're getting negativity. Look at what's happening in Minneapolis. That has been going on now for how long? Okay? And they're not stopping it. Yeah, people have a right to protest. But I think there should be law against people who get paid just to protest. Okay? I'm against the ICE agents wearing all that gear and not showing their face. But then again, I'm against the people who are getting their home addresses and want to hurt them. Where in the middle can we go and make this come together peacefully? Is there a way? I don't know. I don't have that answer. Obviously, Trump don't have the answer. Governor Watts, he stole billions. He don't have the answer. He's worried about an indictment. Okay? It's crazy. I mean, I'm sick and tired of it. Are you? Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Minneapolis, Greenland. Nobody wants to talk about the Epstein file. Negative, negative, negative. Nothing positive is happening, folks. Okay? Nothing. Can you think of something that's positive that our government's doing to help you? I don't know. Big deal. Trump said no taxes on tips and Social Security. Folks, I didn't pay taxes on my Social Security to begin with because I don't get enough on Social Security. I think I just got to $1,000 a month that I get. Big deal, $1,000 a month. Okay? What's that do? Well, every little, as they say, every dollar helps. Okay? Hi, Savannah. The chat was about education, trade schools, homeschooling, and all that there, and why I feel trade schools are better for most of our youth today, okay, because there's more opportunity. AI can't take those jobs, so I think that's all great. All right, another shooting in Minneapolis. All right, for those who just came in, watch the replay. You don't want to miss it, okay? You know, folks, I do a lot of research to come to give you information. Hewlett Packard charges me every penny. I'm paying like $30 a month now just to get information, okay? And then I throw all this paper away. You know why? I had to watch every dollar that I spent. I need a new computer so that I'd be able to give you this information and not print it out. And I'm saving money to buy a new computer. When that comes, I won't have to do that. Okay? There's like on the streets of Minneapolis, all right? Throwing tear gas to get rid of the protesters. Took you County, American blacks, America for blacks. America is for all of us. White, black, green, yellow, I don't care what color. I don't care what nationality. But then again, I come from New York. We were never had any prejudice growing up in New York. We didn't know what the hell it was, okay? Because we grew up together with blacks, Spanish, and everything else. We didn't know. So don't give me that shit, okay? Nothing racial here. I don't have a racial bone in my body. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for coming, okay? People don't want to talk about education. You understand, for those of you who are here, people don't want to get educated because they think they're smart. I don't think I'm smart. I don't think so. I know I get smarter every day because I study more every day, because I want to learn. So folks, if you do nothing else, try to be kind and nice to some others today. Make somebody happy. It'll come back to you tenfold. I tell you this all the time. As usual, all my love and respect to you all. Take care.